What's up, y'all? Happy Sunday. Man, it's a beautiful day outside. A little chilly. Man, I'm like, when is this weather gonna break? I actually Googled the other day, first day of spring. Like, are we in spring yet? Chilly outside. But anyway, guys, good morning, good morning. Happy Sunday. So I want to do a little message for somebody, man. So I was thinking, and I got this content from one of my colleagues had basically put up on a post, and that he kind of had a change of thought after I had put up a statement that someone else asked, any of you guys have any plans of starting another business or something like that? And I said no. It's going to continue to focus on what I already have, right? And one of my colleagues said after reading my statement that he kind of agreed, because just looking back, a lot of us, even myself, man, I remember used to clean carpets, used to do junk removal, used to sell carpets. Me and my wife going up and up and down Dalton, selling carpet, air duct cleaning. I just trying to do selling stuff on the side. I used to try to get into that multi-level marketing, and guys, looking back, and I think it's human nature because a lot of times we want to try different things. A lot of times we're influenced by things, and especially today's age with social media. Social media, man, it can be very deceiving with, and especially if you really can't see through it. If you can't see through the BS, right? But I will say, guys, just speaking for myself, right? I'm at a time in my life, man, where a peace of mind is more valuable than anything to me. A peace of mind, a peace in my business, a peace in my home, a peace in my marriage, peace, okay? And then everything else follows, right? And I'm definitely not at an age where I want to be chasing, especially chasing money. And we see a lot. I see a lot of people that chasing, right? And I will say, for some, I think it's because they didn't take advantage of maybe when they was in their their earlier ages. So now that they're getting older, they're trying to catch up, which is understandable, right? But what I want to tell somebody today, man, is that chasing, and especially chasing money is not a good thing. It's not a good position you want to put yourself in. And when I say chasing money, we live in a society where people think you have to do all these things. You got to start all these businesses, start all these side hustles, all right? If this ain't doing good, I got to be doing this. And if this ain't doing good, I got to be doing that. And I watched a video from Tyler Perry years ago that changed my whole perspective on chasing, And Tyler said when he started doing his plays, he just kept at it, right? Until the plays finally started, paying off. And with that being said, then he let the plays bring, more, okay, opportunities. He wasn't doing plays and then out here washing cars and then out here cutting hair and out here selling cars. No, he let his plays, okay, bring other opportunities. And he was saying in that video, it's like, every time he turn around, you see somebody, 1 minute they doing this, and the next minute they doing this, and the next minute they doing this, right? And they're not focused. And when I watched that video, man, it really hit my heart. Because I'm like, man, that's me. Trying to do all this stuff, trying to chase all these opportunities because I see somebody else doing it. Or we see somebody talking about how much money they're doing it, right? And you don't really know what's going on behind closed doors. And guys, for example, I clean carpets, for most of my life. And I started my business, let's say about, when I was 28, okay? And I literally just shut that business down. The side of that business I shut down the beginning of this year. And so many people, man, so many people criticize me. Oh, man, you don't know what you're doing. You're making a big mistake. You just gonna let that money go? You know what I'm saying? Man, they don't understand my way of thinking, okay? I'm not chasing, okay? And don't you know, I've made more money, okay? I've made more money this year okay, by focusing. Because even though I had somebody else doing that part of the business for me, I wasn't physically doing the work. It was still my responsibility. It still costs money. See, that's the thing, guys. You have to realize they won't tell you like, oh, I got these businesses, but they don't tell you there's operation costs. It costs to run a business. You would just think the way people just throw it out there, you just go start a business and you just make all this money. All right, guys, it doesn't work that way. And really, I'm not gonna say successful because we're all successful in some type of way. But people like, let's say like people like Mark Cuban, okay, Shaquille O'Neal. You think they're running all their businesses? No, they have people that run their businesses for them. Okay, I watched an interview with Shaquille O'Neal, and he broke it down. He like, shit, Shaq said, I don't even own businesses. I just invest in businesses for a return. Okay, because I don't really even own the business. I just invest in the business, like people for a percentage. Okay, so he might be 20% of the owner. Okay, and when you have 100 of those like he does, it adds up, right? But for most people like us, we want to have 5 and 10 businesses. Okay, guys, do you know what type of like I can't even think about it. You got 5 businesses. How do one person run 5 businesses? And like I say, man, people would just make you think you go start these businesses and they just start generating all this money. God, that is not reality. That is not reality, man. And I'm just here to tell someone too, man, is that you don't even need a business to be successful. There's a lot of people who have jobs, okay, that are very successful, financially successful, right? We all have jobs. I have a job. Okay, I have 5 projects next week, all right, to do some wood floors. Guys, I'm working for somebody, okay? Sometimes we get this thing twisted. I'm self-employed. I work for myself. I ain't got no boss. Don't nobody tell me what. Yes, you do. Everybody have to answer to everybody. You think I'm just gonna go to my client's house and just no. I still have to listen to their needs. I still have to perform at a certain level, or I don't get paid, right? So that's the thing, guys, is that running a business is a job, okay? And we think that, we go out here and just make all these businesses, I can go on my computer right now and create 5 LLCs in probably a couple hours. And I think a lot of people do it just for that, just to say, I got, bragging, I got 5 businesses. You can go on your computer right now and create 5 LLCs. Yeah, you have 5 businesses, okay? But what are they really doing? Are they profitable? Okay, and even if they are, guys, what is it creating a strain between you and everyday life, your family? See, I never want to be in that position where something is going to again not bring me peace. Okay, I want peace before I want money. See what I'm saying? But that's just me. But I just want to encourage somebody, man, is that you don't have to chase. You don't want to chase. Okay, I will tell you. All right, like Tyler Perry, like so many. Focus on one thing that you really want to do and let that one thing bring you other resources within. Okay, so for example, you look at there's guys like myself. Okay, I teach people how to do this. Okay, I work with other companies, I get sponsorships, but those are all within what I do. I'm not washing cars on the weekends and cutting hair when I get off of work. No, I focus everything, any other resource that I generate is from within what I already do. See what I'm saying? Making me some bacon, y'all. And that's what I'm a true believer in. Because I've been there. I was that person, that's just chasing. But guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. It wasn't getting me nowhere, okay? And it costs a lot of time, and it costs money. All right, so you just can't think just because you see certain things or you see certain people doing certain things that it's something that we think, but it's really not. It's really not the opposite of what we think. See what I'm saying? And that's what we gotta, guys. You just gotta, and again, this might not be for everybody, but like I said, me as a 43-year-old man, I'm in a time in my life, guys. I put peace first, and I'm very happy where I am in my business. Um, I'm very profitable in my business, very stress free in my business, and life is good. You know, life is good, man. I don't want to chase, man. And I think a lot of you would probably agree. You don't want to be in a position where you're always chasing and, trying to scramble and trying to, I think a lot of people do it to compete, and that's really another wrong reason. Man, compete with you, okay? Compete with you. That's who I compete with, me, okay? And just bring in peace within your life. So I just want to share that with somebody. All right. So hopefully somebody will hear this message, and hopefully this message can help somebody. All right, guys. See you in the next one.